Are we on? Good. As much as the adventure and discovery thrills me, it'd be nice to bring back some proof, for once. This is Lara Croft, accompanied by my associate behind the camera, who has chosen to remain nameless and well paid. We're exploring an unmarked, unnamed, and seemingly uninhabited island in the northern Atlantic, with coordinates gleaned from ancient Viking texts. I'm hoping we'll find some artifacts or perhaps a gathering house. How no one has stumbled across this island all this time is a statistical wonder. Or they did and never spoke of it. Or they never left. Spooky. We can cut that bit out later. But so far, there's absolutely no signs of pollution or population, for that matter. The beach is utterly serene. The sand is dazzlingly white, even in these overcast skies, and the water, crystal clear to the bottom, even 100 yards out. Not many signs of erosion, aside from the weathered cliffs to the south. Can you get a shot of them before we move in? Great, thanks. The water's breaking so fiercely down there. I wonder if there's a cave or inlet or something. Oh well, we'll get round to it. Come along. Oh, these trees are magnificent. Enormous. I can't quite identify them, though. Some variation of sequoia, perhaps. Remind me to take some branch samples before we leave, if this island really hasn't had any contact with the rest of the world. They might be something entirely new. Some of these must be nearly 60 meters tall. I'm not certain of the geography here, but if the view from offshore was correct, we might find something to rival the California redwoods. The soil here is dark and rich, a polar opposite to the beach sand. Every step gives off the heady smell of wet earth. Reminds me of the orchard back home a bit. I can hear some seabirds in the distance, but not terrestrial ones. It's a bit odd, isn't it? Even the most remote islands have some sort of native bird. In fact, I haven't seen any signs of animals at all. No droppings, no markings on trees. Islands this size don't tend to have large predators anyway, which is a comforting thought. But to have no animals at all is a bit strange. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but there's an odd, whistling. Do you hear it? It's probably the ocean breeze through the trees, though it's a little haunting, but soothing all the same, like a whispered lullaby. The text I got these coordinates from referred to it as the Island of Night, which could refer either to the nighttime itself or perhaps the old Norse goddess Not who personified it. So this is likely a secret resting island where Vikings would go ashore on long journeys, or perhaps there's some sort of temple here dedicated to her. I'm hoping for the latter, personally. Yeah. I must say this island is a bit humid for the North Atlantic. You still with me back there? Good. The trees are getting pretty thick now, and with it as cloudy as it is today, there isn't much light. I wouldn't want to lose you. The smell in the air is deep and pungent, a little musky even. It's quite relaxing, actually. Almost like sandalwood, though we are on the wrong side of the globe for that. Almost makes me want to set up a base camp right here. What do you think? Oh, wait. Look. Is that a flower? My God, it's enormous. Get a shot of it. It's like nothing I've ever seen. It's beautiful. Wide, white petals the size of my hand. Is that a bluish tint? Oh, it's practically glowing. And those stems are as long as my arm, reaching up toward the sun. You smell it? I'm getting notes of lavender, vanilla, and that can't be jasmine, is it? What? What? For those of you watching this, my friend behind the camera is giving me a rather bored look. But while I am Lara Croft, treasure hunter extraordinaire, I am also a naturalist. You can't go gallivanting off to parts unknown without knowing all you can about the wood you're walking in. It's a bit dark here in the trees. Can you put the camera light on the flower, please? Excellent. It looks... Oh, look at that. It's closing right up. It must be some sort of moonflower, only blooming at night or on overcast days. But if I remember, moonflowers are climbing plants, so if we look up... Jackpot. Look at them all. They're growing right off the trees, linking together like a net or a web. The ones up there are all closed, probably due to proximity to the sunlight, but I see more on the ground over there. Come on. Oh, there's dozens of them, growing around that hill. Wait. That's not a hill. Are you seeing this? The support beams that taper the top? That's a Viking longhouse built directly into that tree. And the tree alone must be 25 feet at least in diameter. Come on, let's see what's still inside. Look at that. It's entirely covered in the vines from these flowers. Someone with less experience might have walked right by it. I wonder if that was intentional or the result of aging. No windows, it seems, but this looks like a doorway over here. Hopefully this isn't something's den, but always come prepared, right? Let me try and open it. Doesn't appear to be a handle or a bar of any kind. Bloody hell. It's remarkably strong for 1,000-year-old wood. Put your torch on and stand back, eh? There we are. Yep. No monsters yet. Stay close behind me. Looks clear here. Now let's have a look round. Oh, look at these. Carvings. Stone carvings. This must have been a regular ritual site. Look, there's Heimdall, the watchman, guarding the entrance. And over there, I imagine that's Odin. Loki's over there in the corner, and... is that Njord? Maybe? This is an odd collection of gods. No, I suppose it makes sense for an island temple. But they're not arranged in any particular... Wait, look there in the roots of the tree. Is that a snake? No, it's stone. Oh, that must be a representation of the serpent that gnaws the roots of Yggdrasil, the world tree. And look here, a ritual table. Usually they'd keep the honoured dead here before their funeral. Maybe the flowers outside are cultivated for the scent. Wait a minute. There are grooves and slots here. Is this a bloodletting table? No, these slots are too intricate. Maybe some kind of treasure chest? Look round. Looks like we need 4 keys of some kind. No. No. I found something. A figurine. These other statues have grooves near the middle. Check there. All right, so it looks like each statue had one figurine. I imagine these are also gods. Let's see. This one's Balder, light and purity. Here's Jon, I think, youth and rejuvenation. Scour here, huntress with her bow, and Hell, I suppose. You found it in the Loki statue. Definitely hell, then. Goddess of the dead. Their bases are all slightly different. I imagine there's a pattern. Let's see here. Ion and Hell are supposed to be opposites, death and youth, but Boulder and Skadi don't correlate. I've got it! The seasons! Ion first for springtime. Now, where does she fit? Let's see. Here, okay. Boulder, if I remember correctly, is also a representation of the summer, so he should fit in the next slot. That's it. Perfect. Then Skadi for the fall, the beginning of winter, and then Hell completes the circle, and the floor's shifting. That's it. We need to... Wait! Look out! There you are. Oh, I was afraid I'd lost you down here. If not for the camera light, I'd never have found you. Are you okay? Nothing broken? Me neither, thank God. Just a few scratches and bruises. I think that puzzle up there was meant to open a stairway, and the mechanisms had decayed too much. Or we put in the wrong combination, and it triggered a trap. Oh yes, fine. I put in the wrong combination. But there's no sense in fighting now. We've got to find a way out of here. No, the passage back up is blocked. I think the whole longhouse came down. Look, there? I think I see daylight. Come on. Just round the corner. Damn. Not a way out, but... Look, it's those flowers we saw on the surface. Dozens of them. Good Lord, they really do glow in the dark. It's breathtaking. Wait a minute. From this angle on the ground, I can see... Yes. There's more carvings in the wall, only visible looking up from the floor, clever bastards. Maybe this lava trail was a test after all. Sign of a bad match, I suppose. The carvings look like the world tree again, and the grooves. Look up there, recessed into the ceiling. I see 4 more of those figurines we found in the longhouse. Can you reach them? I'll hold the camera a moment. Yes, excellent. Oh, and this one looks to be Nidhogg again, and this one, a squirrel? Ratastska, the messenger and steward of Yggdrasil. This one is clearly an eagle, probably the roost atop the tree. Ratatoska supposedly carried insults between the eagle and the servant. This last one, a Valkyrie. No, wait. This is Freya. Some sources claim she was the original Valkyrie, and Valkyries could uniquely travel the world tree, moving between the 9 realms to escort worthy souls to Valhalla, the hall of the undead. I don't see any slots like in the longhouse, though, do you? These figurines all have different bases, just like the other ones. Perhaps if we put them roughly where they belong in the tree, Nidhogg here at the base among the roots. Excellent! And then the eagle near the top. Can you reach it again? Oh, perfect. And the squirrel round the middle, perhaps. Yes. Now for Freya. She was from Vanaheim originally. No. Right. Perhaps Asgard, then. That is where Valhalla is located. Still no. Oh, hell. We've got to figure this out fast. I can feel the flowers again. What I said before about Freya being a fertility goddess. Wait. And if this is a lover's trial, Freya must be key. And if there's no handle, where would a key go but in the middle? And if we swap them for Freya, then... Look! The wall's lifting up! Let's get the hell out of here. Oddbodkins, look at this place. This must be the interior of the cliffs we saw to the south of the island where the waves were crashing. The whole cliffside is hollow. Some sort of stone walkway leading out to a platform. Oh no, you're absolutely going out there with me. The whole point was to record anything strange or supernatural we found as proof. Come on. Some sort of idol, maybe? Look at the coloration. I've never seen anything like it. Is it jade or some sort of jewel? There in the top, is that a skull with tentacles? And this inscription. I believe the runes say Do not wake the dreamer. Now I know what you're thinking. Best obey the creepy ancient warning. And I usually would, but it's clear this island hasn't been visited for centuries. It can't be that sacred if it's been left to rot forgotten. I've got a friend of mine at the Arne Magnusson Institute in Iceland. I'll take it to him. I'm certain we can learn so much about ancient cultures from studying it. Oh, it's warm to the touch. Like it's living. I don't see any flowers in here, do you? No? Then why do I have that funny feeling again? Oh, shit. The roof is coming down. The bridge is gone. We've got no choice. Into the water. Jump! God, I've never been so glad to see a beach. Are you okay? What about the camera? Oh, God bless you for getting the diver's version. The artifact? Yes, I've got it. This'll make a fine specimen for study, I'm sure. It's not like anything I've ever seen. I wonder if it's related to those carvings that we found. And those depictions. And if so, Well, yes, we did make it out of there. At least, I'm fairly certain none of us are dead. The promise? In the cave? Oh? Well, I suppose some celebration is in order. Just this once. Come here.